everyone, my name is Saira Shah Halim and welcome to another episode of AZAD LAFZ. And in this episode, we'll be discussing how the educational policies of the Trinamool Congress are affecting the youth of Bengal and depriving them of their livelihood. So let's start discussing the malpractices and the absolute corruption in the educational sector as far as the Trinamool Congress is concerned. So now let's discuss how Trinamool Congress and the absolute immoral practices has crippled the educational sector of Bengal. They've not only deprived various young students from West Bengal from the education service, and they were actually promised to get certain jobs, but the government have cheated the very youth who had prepared themselves for years to become teachers, and their dream was to earn a life, to live a life with dignity. The youth who had all the potential to become teachers are now seen in the different streets of Kolkata agitating against this government because of the wretched policies of the TMC that has darkened their careers and their future. So in this episode of AZAD LAFZ, we present you the sorrowful state of the educational state of West Bengal under the TMC regime. So let's start with some staggering numbers. In the year 2023, the first time ever in the history of Bengal, because of the continuous neglect in the secondary level, 4 lakh candidates have become lesser. To make things worse, the Trinamool Congress decided to shut down 1362 upper primary schools and 6845 primary schools, citing the reason of lesser and lesser students. Coupled with these, 350,000 vacancies were there in the school education, which included the post of teachers and staff. In this very depraved scene in the school education system, Bankura, Purulia, Darjeeling, Paschim, Mednipur are going to be the worst sufferers because of shutting down of schools, as the numbers are respectively only 886, 694, 616, 601 in these districts. The state government is saying that those 8,207 schools were had just less than 30 students. But why is this happening? Why have all the flowers gone? On an average, each school is supposed to have 300 to 350 students. According to the statistics, a very large section of students dropped out, and it shows the failure of the education department of the government, and it's very dangerous signs. Almost 2,21,580 cases of dropouts are reported. According to the Right of Education Act of 2005 or 2009, the ratio between teachers and students should be 1:30. And in West Bengal, during the time of the left, because of regular recruitment process, it was 1:35. But now in 2021, when the TMC is muscled into the education system through corrupting the scenario, the ratio has become 1:71. The left front government had aimed to provide every possible facility to the students to encourage them to continue with the studies and with higher and higher enthusiasm. And we could see this enthusiasm when the students are preparing for the secondary exams. However, the graph of the secondary students from the year 1977 to 2011, they never dropped out. Rather, it just got higher and higher with each passing year. However, when the TMC came to power, 10 lakh students used to give secondary exam on an average every year. But with passing time, the numbers sank, and this year only 4 lakh candidates became lesser, and it really sums up the absolute abysmal system in the education sector in West Bengal. Though the CM Mamata Banerjee makes her voice very clear about the Kanyashri scheme, but the graph of female candidates in the secondary level shows a different picture. In 2018, the number of female candidates was 6,21,171, and since then there's been a continuous drop-down pattern, as in the year 2023 the number has even lessened to 3,56,021. So there were 68 junior high schools that shut down, and in the last 3 years, 3,084 high schools have been shut down. More alarming is the factor that in the last 10 years, 7,018 primary schools have become defunct. Even the education department has acknowledged that in the time of the pandemic, from pre-primary level to class 4, 8 lakh students have dropped out. This government does not frame policies to recover or even restore the education sector. Even they are thinking they're not even thinking of allowing civic volunteers to teach students, especially subjects like English and mathematics, and absolutely ignoring the rules where it is clearly suggested to appoint trained candidates as teachers. Teachers are engaged these days in non-teaching activities. They've been deprived from their daily allowance, and the School Selection Commission SSC scam in West Bengal has become a major scandal and came under the spotlight after the Enforcement Directorate ED unearthed the rupees 21 crore 90 lakh in hard cash from Arpita Mukherjee's residence. Arpita Mukherjee is believed to be a very close confidant of TMC's Partho Chatterjee, who is the former state educational minister. Both have been arrested and the matter is being investigated by ED as well as the Central Bureau of Investigation CBI. After the formation of the Trinamool Congress, the TMC government in the state in the year 2011, there was a serious breach in protocol, and it was noticed in the regional level selection tests RLST of 2012. The teacher recruitment process, when ranks according to the combined merit panel were jumped and lower rank candidates were recruited as teachers. Now, in the state level selection test SLST of 2016, which recruits teachers for classes 9, 10th, 11th and 12th, similar irregularities were noticed after Minister Paresh Adhikari's daughter Ankita Adhikari managed to get appointed as a government teacher in the 𝒄𝒉𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍. She was later convicted by a court and her job was terminated. She was also told to return the entire salary after she received in the 41 months that she was on the job. In the upper primary section during the start of the recruitment process, many cases were filed alleging that non-trained candidates got a preference for jobs and many out-of-turn candidates were given appointments. On December 11, 2019, the Calcutta High Court, in view of the malpractices that were prevailing in West Bengal, ordered the cancellation of the merit list and put a halt to the recruitment process. However, after the recruitment process restarted in 2016, things did not change as various low-placed students were placed suddenly on the merit list and were recruited anyway. It is alleged that during the pandemic-induced lockdown, when everything came to a standstill, several candidates gave cut money, which was channelized to then Education Minister Partho Chatterjee, and they were recruited illegally. So to get some clarity on the teachers' recruitment process, the left front government had constituted the SSC, which was divided into 5 regions. This in the year 1998. And each region was empowered to recruit teachers according to vacancies published earlier. In the same manner, the state government gave power to the District Primary Teaching Council to appoint teachers. However, once the TMC came to power in the state, the primary teachers recruitment process was marred by nepotism, and Mr. Chatterjee, once he became the educational minister in 2013, took this vital opportunity to centralize the whole process. During this time, the TMC government, corruption spread like bad cancer, and now it becomes our moral duty to protest against it. Youth and the children have become the major victims, and you may, or someone from your family may be a victim also. So it's time to raise a voice, it's time to gather and protest against this unruly practice. It's time to take every democratic process in our hands, and it's time to pay them in their own coin. And let's save our democracy, let's save West Bengal, let's save the education sector in West Bengal. Thank you.